Hello, everyone. I am here to smoke a blunt because I had a little bit of a frustrating day. So I'm here. Oh my god, don't look at my boobs. Oh my god. Unless you want to. No, I'm just kidding. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. That's inappropriate. I wish I could cut to like me just being in a nun suit, nun outfit. That would have been fire. I'm gonna cover my boobs. I'm gonna cover myself. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna make myself get some food in my stomach, and then I'm gonna go to the car, and then I'm gonna talk about my day, cause yeah. So I'll see you then. Warming up the food. It's Friday, by the way. Did y'all have a good week? I hope y'all had a good week. I don't know when anyone's gonna be viewing this, but I hope you had a good day. Yeah. Okay. Does anybody else stop their microwave at like 1 second because you cannot stand the beeping? Because I do. Alright. Cassava leaf is out. Lid going on. Now it's in the bag. Can we get some paper towel? Yeah. Now I just need to get the water. Water done. Now we're good to go. Alright. We're in the car, and I guess we'll just talk about that. Let me just get this prepped. So yeah, like I mentioned in a video or two before, I got a new PC, came into the mail today, and yeah, I was pretty happy. I was pretty excited. The good news about this one, it turns on. I could see everything, so it was different from the last one. But you know, the bad news, it's just crazy. So before I get to that, like, I remember putting everything up, you know, it coming on and saying that like, oh, activate Windows. And I was just like, dude, what do you mean activate Windows? I see it right here. So I'm like, people are saying activate Windows. I'm like, what? Like, what's going on? So I reach out. So I look up online first. I'm like, what does this mean? And it's just like, oh, certain things that you need to do in order to get this. You need to get like a license key or something like that. But then I remember looking up like the listing of the PC, and it said it had Windows 11 and everything. So I reached out to the seller, and I was just like, hey, like, it says like it has Windows 11. Do you have like an activation key and something like that? They responded back like, yeah, it does have Windows 11. You'll have to get the code at the authenticator code or something like that, and also maybe your license key or just something like that. And I was just like, bruh. Now that's how you know I don't know shit about PCs, because I never knew you had to get like a license key to get Windows. Like, I just thought, like, I don't know, you just have it. It just comes with it. I've never. So I'm a little bit like about that, but then I look into it. I'm just like, okay, well, does this stop me from downloading stuff? And people are like, no, it just means like you won't be able to like change your background, or just, it sounds like more cosmetic stuff than anything. And I'm just like, girl, I don't give a fuck then. I don't care. So I don't know if I'll pay for the activation key. It does have the watermark, like activate Windows and everything, but honestly, it's like we'll see if I care enough to pay $200. So that was a bit of a thing, but pretty minor. So I get excited. I download, Google Chrome. I start, getting my music stuff, my Ableton, started getting that on there. And I got that, and yeah, everything looks so good. So I was just like, okay, yeah, now it's time to put things together, because I had the PC out, but I didn't have it like a part of my setup, so it was just like on the ground, on the floor, just so I can like test and see it and make sure everything's working before I just put it into my desk and, you know, get it all acclimated. But since everything looks like it's going well, you know, I start connecting my just all my things, my audio interface, my synth things, or just random USB cables that I use for my setup. And everything was going cool. I look up at my monitor and it says that I have no internet. And I'm just like, that's weird. Like, I was just connected, but I don't think about it, you know, just like whatever. So I go to click on, you know, the icon, and I look there, and initially I did see Wi-Fi, so I clicked on it, but it didn't give me any available networks. And then I was just like, that's weird. So then I try to I click the Wi-Fi off button to, you know, bring it back and refresh it and all that stuff. And then I don't know what happened, can't remember, but literally I stopped seeing the Wi-Fi icon in general, like all at all. I don't see it as an option to even click on. I'm like, what? And then I start seeing the Bluetooth. It's just gone. And I'm like, what is going on? It was literally just working. It was all working. And then it just stopped. It was so random. And I'm just here, I'm just staring, just being so like, oh, what the fuck, you know, what now, you know, like what's happening? And, you know, I still don't know. So I reached out to the tech guy. He didn't answer. I left a voicemail, and I was just like, oh my gosh, now the tech person, not, you know, just like going down that whole thing. But yeah, I felt so defeated, because it was like I felt like I was doing everything right and everything was going so well, and then something knocks you down a peg, and it's just like, fuck. Like, what's going on? But you know, now the tech guy, he reached out again, and I have an appointment with him tomorrow at like 9:30. So hopefully, you know, that goes well. Just going through this made me question, like, was this the right decision? Should I have even gotten a PC? Maybe I should have just got a fucking Apple laptop, you know? I wouldn't be dealing with any of this, and just all of these things, you know, of regret, and just like, oh, why? You know, because I'm putting so much more money into this, because it's like, I'm gonna go to him. He's probably going to understand or find a solution to whatever it is. I have to pay for those services, of course. And it's like, okay, now it's just adding to the cost of how much it would have costed me with the PC, right? Like, this was basically $1,000 PC. Now with his services, it's probably going to be $150 if he figures it out or whatever. But then let's say if there's something like a huge problem where he says like, oh yeah, the Wi-Fi adapter is just it just doesn't work, and you need to get a whole new replacement. Let's say he says something like that. Now I got to go and buy another part, and then this. And it's literally like, I went to the Macari route to save on money, because I don't need the latest, updatest thing in order for me to make music and edit videos. Okay, like, I don't need the top of the top. So it's like, there's no point of me trying to buy a 2024, you know, system, because I don't need that. You know, people were producing great content, great all of these things with products back in 2017. So why do I need, you know, the highest stuff? Just something that can edit videos and render videos with 4K, and can, you know, have me make music on Ableton without having to deal with like bottlenecking because I have a heavy plugin. That's all I'm really looking forward to. So, you know, going through all of this, it's hard, but you know, this is how it is in life, and it's all about how you react to things. You know, I still get down. I was in a bad mood, honestly, just frustrated, you know. because it's just like, damn, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, but either way, I will persevere. I will get past this, and this is something that I'll just look back on as a thing in the past. So that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm, just keeping my head up high. At least I have somebody that I can go to. So it's just the money, it's literally like investing in something and it just not panning out, and now you keep on throwing money into it in hopes that it will help, but it just doesn't. And I'm just like, is this a money pit? The adventure of Kidi with getting the PC, like, I can't stop thinking about things like, is this a sign? Like, maybe I shouldn't have gotten it, or maybe I should have gotten it. Maybe this is exactly what was supposed to happen in order for me to see how I would react to it. And how I reacted to it is normal. I was just frustrated. I remember just staring off. I wanted to cry, but I just didn't have enough fuel to cry, but I did a little but nothing came out. But I was just like, you know what, this is just it. But yeah, man, it's tough, but it is what it is. We're gonna find a solution. We're gonna figure it out. And at least I got 3 days, so I don't know if they count today, but I'm gonna assume that they count today. So I have tomorrow, Saturday, he go check out and see what's going on. I have Sunday, and yeah, if that doesn't happen, then I don't know what's gonna happen, But yeah, if he can't find a solution by Saturday, I guess I'll just return it back. I'll just go get a refund and we'll do this all over again. Honestly, if it's an issue that he has to fix and it costs a bunch of money, I will return it, and I will literally just build a custom PC with his help, because I'm tired of this. I'm tired. I just want to make content. I just want to, but that's like bottom of the barrel. We'll see what happens. We'll see how tomorrow goes, but that's just how I'm feeling right now. Shit's contagious. But yeah, that's just gonna be the end of this video. It's just a bit of a rant. I just had that in my mind. I'm just like, yo, like, it was going so well. We're getting somewhere. It's progress, At least it turned on. At least I was able to see. At least I can see it. At least I know that it works 100%. I just, the craziest thing is, I just genuinely don't know what I did. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't know. But we'll see. But that's going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed my frustration and me talking about it, subscribe, because I'm bound to have more. I make videos every day. If you like my voice, if you like how I look, subscribe, baby. All right, see ya.